Hi, I'm with the crew at ValleyCarts.com, where we sell E-Z-GO, Club Car, Yamaha, nationwide delivery. So there's my plug. But anyways, we wanted to do a series of videos where we answer the common questions that we see on the phone and on the lot all the time. The number one question by far is gas versus electric carts and what's the differences. I'm going to give you my opinion. I've been doing this for 8 or 10 years. 8 or 10? I've been doing this for over 8 years, and I have developed my own opinion, and so that's what you're going to get on this video. Anyways, gas carts were my favorite when I started. I didn't even want to touch an electric, and I'll tell you the reason why. When I started, we had a lot of course, 3 to 6 year old carts. And so when I started, there was a lot of late 90s, early 90s carts sitting around on the electric, and honestly, they couldn't really even get out of their own way. Most of those carts are 2.5 or 3 horsepower, and honestly, I'm a guy. It's power, speed, strength. So I didn't even want to see, touch, feel, or sell an electric cart when I started. Not good to be a golf cart salesman like that. Over time, my entire opinion has changed. I used to believe that they were kind of like the shopping carts that you see at the grocery store, little buggies you drive around. That's nothing like what they are. Today's carts, especially 2004 and newer, almost have as much power and strength, and some of them do have as much power and strength as the gas vehicles. But your advantages to an electric car is going to be no smell, no sound, and starts every time the same, as well as being a lot smoother. If you think about it, especially elderly people, they don't want to be the herky-jerky of the clutches on the gas carts. They want a smooth start and a smooth stop, and that's what you get with an electric. As well as if you have passengers or you're going to be carrying people, especially for business use, you got to think about it. They don't want to smell the gas fumes, and they don't want to hear the noise. They want to be able to talk to the person beside them. So, advantages of gas? Well, an electric cart's only designed to go, let's be honest, max of 18 miles per charge. I know that the other salesmen and the brochures tell you 24 and 3,000 miles per charge. But realistically, you're going to get about 120 minutes of pedal down run time. Now, 18 miles, it could even be less than that. It depends on your terrain. I'm not standing beside you, so I have no clue how far your cart will last. It also depends on the age of the batteries. So right there, you might have found out what you need to do as far as gas or electric cart. In fact, most people base their decision on that. You look and say, do I have a place to plug this in? Because obviously with an electric cart, you're going to need that. Do I have a place to store the charger? Obviously, you're going to need that. Then the last thing to think about is the cost of the batteries, which is everybody's big flashing, stop sign is the cost of the batteries. Let me be honest with you about that. Yes, they are $600–700 at the time I'm making this video to replace an entire set of batteries. If you did, which most people don't, yearly maintenance on your gas car between that time period at a local shop, you're going to spend a lot more money than $600 over the 5 to 7 years that the batteries last. So in that regard, it doesn't make a lot of sense to only use that as an excuse. I will tell you though that it does hurt when it hits, because $500 to $600, I mean $600 to $700 is no joke. Anyways, beyond all of that, other advantages of gas carts is used to be power. Like I said earlier in the video, there's not a major difference in between them now. So I'm not really going to sit here and tell you that the power is all that much better. I will tell you though that an electric has won me over. 80% of the carts out on courses now are electric, and some of the and honestly, I'm happy about that because they're a lot easier to work on, and there are a lot less problems for people. But if you're a mechanic and you want a gas cart, I totally understand that because you can maintain your own stuff very simply and very easily. Or if you can't get along with only 120 minutes of runtime before you have to recharge it, guess what? Gas cart. The other thing you got to think about too is, is this going to serve your needs? I'm sitting here talking generically across every need, but you know better than I know what you need. I'm just going to kind of roll through it here. So make your own decision. Don't shoot the messenger.